Dear students, moving further to the physical method of insect control, part 3. The methods include hot water immersion, immersion at 43 plus minus 255 plus minus degrees centigrade ranging from a few minutes to a few hours is used to kill a variety of arthropods and nematodes on plant propagative materials. Hot water immersion is a simple, economical, and rapid treatment. It has been used to disinfest tephritic fruit flies virtually from all mangoes entering the United States since 1987. So, if we talk about the immersion in hot water, it has been observed that the tephritic fruit flies are killed. Specifically, this has been noted in the United States and it has been employed, or this method has been used since 1987 for disinfesting the mangoes from this specific fruit fly. Flaming. When treating with the propane flamer, thermosensitivity of the target insect and the potato plant must be such as to allow the destruction or impairment of the pests without harming the crop. Eggs, larvae and adults are either injured or killed. So using of flame, specifically of the gas propane. Steaming. Now in the field, the effects of steaming on insects are similar to those of flaming. Steaming requires a large water supply that increases soil compaction, equipment and operational cost. So production of steam, now this is something like similar to that of flaming, and it because the steam would be produced when water is heated. So a large water supply is required so that it converts into steam, and this steam then kills the insect or their stages. Solar heating. A solar heater made of dark cloth and translucent plastic sheeting has been tested for bouquet control in stored grains. The solar heater reaches temperature of more than 60 degrees Celsius. As all stages of the cowpea weevil Callicebrucus maculatus inside grains are destroyed at temperature of over 60 degrees for approximately 100 minutes, this method should prove useful, particularly for developing countries where the cost of energy is prohibitive. So, solar heating, where can be used specifically, like for the region of Rajasthan, if we have this, and that is one reason we expose all the grains to the sun heat, and different stages of insects are killed above a specific temperature. And in case of this particular insect, which is Callicebrucus, the species maculatus, if the temperature crosses over 60 degrees for maybe about 1.5 to 2 hours, then all the stages of this developing inside the grains are killed because of the electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation transfers energy from a source to a target without a need for an energy transfer fluid. Electromagnetic energy can be absorbed by ionizing atoms at the target site or by inducing vibration of charged particles within the matter, thus increasing temperature because of internal change in the temperature. So there electromagnetic radiation also could be one of the physical methods of insect pest control. Irradiation, ionizing radiation provided by cobalt 60, cesium 137 or linear accelerators is an effective quarantine treatment that has a different measure of efficacy than all other treatments that have been used commercially. To provide acute mortality of insects, the measure of efficacy of most quarantine treatments with radiation requires higher doses than those tolerated by fresh commodities. Now, irradiation or ionizing radiation could be a important tool for killing of insects or resulting in mortality of insects, and can be employed as a measure of managing insect pest. Radio frequency heating. The radio frequency heating is a part of electromagnetic spectrum, spans roughly from 3 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz. These are non-ionizing waves. The radio frequency transfers energy faster and more efficiently than heated air or water treatments. Although radio frequency energy has been known to kill insects for more than 70 years and much research has been conducted on its effects, it has rarely been used on a commercial scale as an insect control technique. Again, most of the methods, if I talk about, they are not basically used on commercial scale. But yes, because these are methods which can be employed or which have been employed sometime early, maybe long ago. But these were the methods and these are the methods which can be used, and therefore they are a part of your curriculum, and we just need to have an idea about what these methods are which can be employed as a part of physical methods of insect pest control. Infrared heating. Infrared radiation can disinfect grains provided that the product is exposed in a thin layer. There are certain other miscellaneous treatments which are done, like flooding. Flooding is used as a standard agronomic practice in cranberry production. Two types of management are used in such plantations. Early water, which is defined as a bed where the winter flooding used to protect the plant from winter injury is removed in March without further flooding. Late water is flooding for 30 days from mid-April to mid-May to manage cranberry fruit worm, Acrobasis vaccinae, southern red mite, now mites because these are not a part of entomology, and early season cutworms. Late water significantly reduced cranberry fruitworm egg populations compared to early water. Flooding can only be used where water is abundant and where the crop would tolerate it for a prolonged period. So flooding is increase in the water where the cranberry is sown. So there are two types of flooding. One is done in the winter flooding, which is termed as early water, and other is done during April and May, which is termed as late water. So flooding is early water flooding or late water flooding in case of cranberry plantations. It is not necessary that this is for all the plants, but yes, flooding in case of cranberry is of two types. Overhead irrigation. Overhead irrigation of watercress at night reduces the number of eggs laid by the diamondback moth, that is Plutella xylotella, has been observed. The experiments could not preclude other possible mechanisms such as interference of egg hatching, larval development, pupation, adult emergence, and mating. In apple orchards of Washington, overhead watering significantly decreased codling moth, Cyadia pomonella, flight, oviposition, and egg and larval survival. So this has been observed in certain cases that the overhead irrigation uh, can also be employed for controlling the pest insect population. But limitations of the methods include damage caused to fruit by poor quality water, limited availability of water in some regions, and depending on timing and quantities of water used, increase in apple scab, that is Venturi inequalis. Thank you. So with this we would be ending up with the different methods of physical methods of insect pest control.